You're watching PBS.
Bring back the hotel life again.
Pullman residents push for the restoration of a 100-year-old hotel. We're live on the south side. Did you know there's a notable old Victorian-style hotel right here in Chicago? For this week's edition of Chicago Tonight in Your Neighborhood, Joanna Hernandez and producer Blair Paddock spent time on the far south side in the Pullman community, which includes the Pullman National Historic Park. And it's where some residents hope a bill will help revive the Hotel Florence. Joanna joins us now from outside that hotel. Joanna.
In Paris, I have to tell you, from the outside, the hotel is just breathtaking. It was built more than 100 years ago. Just take a look at it. The architecture is just quite beautiful. In 1881, it was a luxurious hotel where fancy parties took place and celebrities from all over the world stayed. The hotel has been closed for years, but community members are hoping a state bill can bring the hotel back to life.
I used to shoe shine at the bar, and I got 15 cents a shine. And the customers used to give me a tip, and they used to buy me a glass of root beer pop and a bag of potato chips.
If the walls could talk, is what 87-year-old El Quiroz says when speaking about the historic Hotel Florence.
A bunch of us guys used to walk around on the roof, and the house detective chased us off the roof, and we used to come down this fire escape.
The lifelong Pullman resident grew up at the hotel. In the mid-40s, his mother was a head housekeeper.
I did read she was the first Latina
and the first Latina, and her name is Elena Rodriguez Quiroz.
Quiroz tells countless stories of the once thriving hotel. Decades later, he holds on to the hope of watching it operate once again.
I hope to bring back the hotel, the life it brought many years before.
A bill in Springfield has made its way to the Senate. If passed, $21 million will go towards restoring the Hotel Florence. Julian Jackson is executive director of the historic Pullman Foundation. He says the bill opens the door for a private contractor to be in charge of the redevelopment operation.
This is really a partnership community. And that idea of partnering together to make things happen, to brainstorm about what it means to make a community, is what Pullman is all about. So I'm excited to see the next step of the Hotel Florence take advantage of those partnerships.
Currently, the property is owned by the state, but before that, the Pullman Foundation bought it in the 70s to save it from being demolished. It's now part of the Pullman National Historic Park. Inside the foundation's exhibit hall, you can find dozens of treasures from the hotel. Is there one here that's your favorite?
You know, I think the Hotel Florence sign is probably my favorite. When we found that it's still lit up and the electronics worked in it, I kind of like, I had a little jump.
Yeah.
The Hotel Florence was part of a larger vision, spearheaded by businessman George Pullman.
In the midst of kind of this industrial town that was building heavy equipment and rails and so forth, there's this example of amazing elegance. And Pullman was somebody who really thought about that. He wanted the best of everything in his rail cars, and that extended to the Hotel Florence.
Nearby Roseland also plays a big part in this history.
Where did those people from Pullman shop? They shopped in Roseland. So if we talk about Pullman being historic, we also have to talk about the historic value of Roseland.
The possibility of reviving Hotel Florence, Roseland is pushing to be part of that change.
With all this major investment coming into this community, what would be a sin and a shame is if the people that live here can't take advantage of the job opportunities that are going to be created because of this new infrastructure.
Much of Pullman is considered historic, something Quiroz says he is proud to be a part of.
I went to every inch of this hotel, every inch from the roof down to the basement, repairing, tapping the walls and see if they were hollow in case there was hidden treasures in the walls.
You were hoping for a hidden treasure.
Yes.
Unfortunately, El has never found that hidden treasure, but he says the real treasure would to see this gem transformed into a functional hotel. Now, if you're interested in exploring the neighborhood, there is some events happening this weekend. They're called the Railroad Days. Now, people will get a chance to see vintage rail cars, hear about the Union movement, and of course, check out the National Park. The best part is you can just take the metro that actually leaves you right here. Now, reporting live from Pullman, I'm Joanna Hernandez. I send it back to you.
So much great history there, Joanna. Thanks very much.